Good afternoon. I'm Dan Hawkins, House Majority Leader of the Kansas House of Representatives. Today I come to you with a whole new issue that we've been working on here in the legislature. And our champion on this is the chair of K through 12 Budget Committee, which is Kristey Williams. Representative Kristey Williams is from the Augusta area. And truly she is so passionate about our kids. And everything you're going to hear from her is not necessarily about the schools, but about the kids and what happens here and how this policy is going to affect the kids. So, Kristey, thanks for coming today. First question I'd like to ask you is, why are we combining in our bill, House Bill 2119, why are we combining funding and policy in the same bill?
All right, well, thank you for having me. And I think that funding and policy should always go hand in hand. They're natural parts of the equation. If you care about kids' success, then you need to care about how those dollars are being used. And in the Kansas State Legislature, in our budget, our state general fund, we spend 52% of our money on K through 12 education. And that's over $4 billion and $5.8 billion in total. So to me, we should have some accountability. We should make sure that our most at-risk kids are taken care of and the dollars are being spent where they should be.
Does this bill in its current form allow for remote learning?
Yes, the bill does allow for remote learning, but it also has parameters. We found that during the pandemic, it made sense for students to go online and to go remote. But when we got to a place where we understood more about the virus, then there seemed to be less and less cause for students to be isolated at home doing remote. We believe that parents overwhelmingly want an in-person option. And just lately, there was a new poll that came out that said 79% of parents want an in-person education choice. So what this bill does is it tackles that question, and it says from here on out, if there's an emergency declaration by the governor, similar to what we experienced with the pandemic, you can remote, but a maximum hours of 240 out of 1,116. And then if you need to pause, take a summer break, because the pandemic is not clear, then you can do so. But bottom line, you have to make up those in-person hours. Nothing can substitute for being in person.
Absolutely. And that's something we have literally been getting email after email from our constituents about the fact that people want their kids back in school. They don't feel like they're really getting what they need through remote learning only.
That's right. I mean, the failure rates are going up, the depression, other instances that really hurt a child's socio-emotional wellness, that is happening. Parents can't go back to work. We're seeing a percentage of parents, about 7%, that can't even, they can't leave their children at home alone. Sure. So we really do need the kids to be back socializing, competing, working with the teachers face-to-face.
Perfect. So this is our first segment in this issue. You're going to see several segments, probably around 4 segments. Stay tuned as we continue this discussion with Chair Williams. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.